I know you've been holding yourself back lately when it comes to this relationship, when it comes to trying to work things out. I know you've been wanting this a lot, and I know you've been probably have tried a lot of things in the past to make things work and to fix things. And you may be feeling discouraged right now. You may be feeling lost, as if the things that you've tried, as if your best ideas have all fallen flat. You may have been holding yourself back from trying again because of that. But I don't want you to get stuck in that place, because that creates a sort of prison for yourself that you've made. This is, in a lot of ways, about self-worth. You may not understand this straight away, but I hope that after listening to this, it'll make more sense. You know, many times we may hold ourselves back from reaching out or sending a message or asking them to do something because we think, oh, they'll just say no, or they probably wouldn't be interested, or why would they say yes to me, or something along those lines. We might think that we're not good enough, we're not attractive enough, we're not charismatic enough, we're not, one of those desirable people that can really make that ask of them. And so we hold ourselves back. But what can often happen is when we do this, we're in a sense voting. We're voting to stay in our comfort zone. And every action that you take is, in some respects, a vote to stay in your comfort zone or a vote to leave that comfort zone and to try something new. And that's not to say that being out of your comfort zone is always desirable or that you should never be in your comfort zone. It's just that you have, in a lot of ways, a vested interest in staying in your comfort zone. I mean, it is your comfort zone. You feel comfortable there. You feel as if life is somehow predictable within your comfort zone. You know, if you don't send that message, you don't have to feel the sting when they don't respond to you or when they say no. If you don't take a chance, you don't have to risk rejection. If you don't show up at that place that you think that they're likely to be so that you can talk to them, then you don't have to, risk having some kind of confrontation. Or if you don't bring up the important conversation that you've been meaning to have, you don't have to risk rocking the boat and losing what little you feel that you already do have. And what happens when you vote to stay in your comfort zone is you start looking mentally for reasons to justify and to explain your answers. It's what we all do. Just like how in the past we've talked about how they may do things like jump into a rebound relationship and then use their own thought process to justify why it's the right choice for them, even though, on a very practical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. Or they might justify why the two of you can't be back together again simply because you're not together right now, and they want to believe that they made the right choice. So they go scrambling and searching to find some sort of reason for why the two of you can't be together, even if it makes no sense whatsoever. You may end up doing this in a certain way yourself too, if you choose to stay in your comfort zone. In the back of your mind, you might be saying, oh, I had that thought to send a message or to do something or to make a comment or to ask them for something or to ask them to meet up or to have that important conversation, like a same team conversation or something. But then I didn't do it. Why didn't I do it? Now your mind is searching for reasons to justify it. Oh, I'm not ready. I need to prepare more. I just don't think that it would work. Clay makes a good point, or, some other advice you hear somewhere might make a good point. But I just don't think it would work for me because they're stubborn, because they have an avoidant attachment style or something like that, We have different love languages or some other nonsense. Or even worse, you might start to say something like, I'm just not worth it. Why would they want to be with me? Why would she want to be with someone like me? Why would he want to be with someone like me? And now you're starting to create this spiral of negative thinking, this spiral of limiting beliefs. And every time you vote against yourself, every time you bet against yourself, you're building that prison a little bit stronger and solidifying yourself within that limiting belief. And I don't want that for you. And I know you don't want it for yourself either. So what I want you to start doing is to move in the opposite direction. Do something that's going to allow you to bet on yourself rather than against yourself. I don't know what that means for you. It could be something, relationship related. Maybe it's sending that message. Maybe it's having that conversation. Or maybe it's something else entirely different. Maybe it's, asking for something that you want at work. Or maybe it's laying down a certain boundary that you need to with friends or family. Or maybe it's doing something else that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. Like, finally starting the exercise or the diet plan or something like that. Again, I don't know what the right thing is for you, but you probably do. You probably know what that little way is that you're always betting against yourself with. The way that you're always trying to hedge your bets. The way that you're always trying to live small in some way, even though you know there's that inner yearning that's telling you that there's more. You're meant for more than just this small existence. So find something like that. And I want you to bet on yourself, to move in the direction of what you want and what your best self is, and not listen to that voice of negativity that tells you can't, you're not good enough, you're not ready enough, you need to learn more, you need to wait longer, you need to wait for things to be perfect, or all the other excuses that we tell ourselves. Now, by no means do I want you to be, disconnected from reality or anything. Like if you and your ex just had some big blowout argument or something like that, asking them to get back together, I mean, hell, it could work, but let's be honest, it's unlikely at that point in time, because you may just not have the right emotional connection in place for them to have something to stand on, for them to say with confidence, yeah, I can see us being back together as a great couple. Don't just do something that deep down isn't likely to work. But if it's something that is innocent enough, something that makes sense, like, hey, I saw this thing that we both like is going to be in town. Let's go. Or, hey, I was thinking about you the other day, and I just wanted you to know that even though this breakup is really tough, we don't have to pretend like we're enemies. Something as simple as that. You can do that. Like if that feels right for you, if that feels like it's meeting them where they're at emotionally, then maybe that's the step to take. Or again, maybe it's something different. This is on the top of my mind because something that I've been going through over the past few days. Is trying to get some stuff sorted out, finance-wise. And I was looking at this thing. It seemed like it would work, but then I thought, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do it. But then I started thinking, okay, hey, I actually meet the criteria for this. This seems like it would work. Like, why don't I just do it? Why don't I? And before I know it, I'm choosing to pick up the phone, make some phone call, having a grown-up adulting kind of conversation with somebody, and things are moving forward now. And regardless of whether or not it actually coalesces into something, that's beside the point. The point is that I'm moving in the direction of who I want. I'm moving in the direction of betting on myself. I'm moving in the direction of taking apart, brick by brick, bar by bar, the pieces of that limiting prison cell that I could have been building around myself by continuing to tell myself these stories about how this kind of thing isn't for me. This is only for, certain types of people. I'm not good enough, I'm not whatever enough. Find some way in your life where you can start betting on yourself. Whatever that may be. It could be something relationship related. Cool, great. Or it could be something else entirely. But I want you to start doing it. And I want you to start building this muscle in your life on a daily basis, in every area of your life. Because you deserve it. you know deep down that you deserve it. You know deep down that you deserve more than the small thinking that maybe you've permitted yourself to have up until this point. And maybe I'm just here to remind you of that. Hope this has helped you, and I hope you have a great day.